Hello there.
Ew, did you
I
just
wasn't
have
ready
his
for that.
feet up?
Yeah, the feet up. This is Geek of the Sheets. Because
I'm
those
on
are
a hair
the
mattress.
guy himself, Kenny. And to my right, we have the Prince of Assassins? Question mark. Joby Wan
Shh,
Kenobi.
coming to get you.
And underneath it, we have Sean.
I'm glad that you knew how to pronounce that. All right.
And for this episode, we are doing a review of the Nintendo Direct. And
Mhm.
I know the episode drops like a week late, but this just happened. Like for us, it just
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So what do we think of it? What do we think about what they gave us?
So okay, I will say initially I wasn't very high on it. I thought that it wasn't that great, but then I realized it wasn't great for me personally. But as a consumer and like giving a wide range of reasons to buy it, I think that they did a great job.
So like what were they doing more old school? I didn't see it myself. So were they doing more old school games or were they doing like what were they doing exactly?
They're doing games that have already come out, but they're just remastering them.
Ah,
So,
ah.
But
but like the only exclusive that I saw that they put out was Mario Kart World.
no, that from software, the Souls game is a Switch exclusive.
It's on the Switch too, but I mean it's on the Switch and the Switch 2.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
I mean there was no like
ew,
just
God,
Switch 2 games.
that's probably gonna run horrible on just Switch.
Oh yeah, it's probably going to be almost unplayable on the normal Switch.
That's disgusting. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now that you mention it, there wasn't any like actual Switch 2 specific games.
There wasn't. Everything that they announced play for is like, you can play it both ways, just in case you can't afford it. You broke bitch. Is is basically what
Also,
I got out of it.
also wasn't the Switch when it originally came out was like 250, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the affordable console.
So this is double now.
Yeah,
Uh,
because it's two.
Wait, are you saying wait? I thought the Switch was 350. I thought
It
it
was
was more than
250.
that. It was
The
250.
OLED was 350.
yeah,
Okay, that's the one I saw. Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, the OLED was 350. The original Switch by itself was just two.
which I got no LED, and I definitely like it. Definitely was a big improvement. So like I could imagine that the Switch 2 is going to be great. The one thing that kind of bothers me about the actual hardware itself is the Joy Cons are magnetic, and
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
feel like that's gonna fuck up a lot.
they're either gonna fuck up or they're gonna just like I don't know, like I can only imagine you're playing your Souls. Like this is the first thing I thought of when I seen the Souls thing was you're gonna be gripping onto the fucking Switch and
With
the
all your
controller.
might.
Yeah, the controllers are just gonna pop off and you're gonna drop your Switch.
Yeah,
So
That's
like
wild.
I just don't think that that's a good idea to have magnetic Joy Cons.
I
Also,
don't
the
think it's
mouse
great.
feature is really
I
garbage.
think they'll probably last longer than the clip-in ones because them bitches they were bad. They were bad. They were terrible. It was bad design, but they doubled down and they didn't fix it. And then now I feel like they're trying to fix it, but I don't think that this was the way to do it. Why the controllers have to come off, I don't know, or why they have to be
Because
like
it's a
that.
mouse.
Oh yeah, now it's a mouse. Did you see that? You can turn it sideways and make it a mouse.
Why? Like I don't get the whole point. Like they showed a few things with it,
It,
but
so you
also
can plug it to your PC.
you could kind of play it like PC, but you only have the mouse. There's no keyboard.
No, I don't know. I'm assuming like from what it sounds like. I don't. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm just guessing from what y'all told me. You just I guess turn it on its side, plug it in kind of like a USB port,
Oh,
and
it's
then you
still
just kind of use
wireless.
that as the mouse. Like you can like I guess access everything through that, but you still it doubles as a mouse. You just kind of do your thing.
Yeah, you
I mean,
can't
yeah,
play.
that's
You
exactly
can't
what
play a
happens.
game with it though.
It's for so from what I saw, it's for first person shooters on the game. Like you move and interact with this, and then you shoot and click and move it like this.
Yuck.
So it's for
Fortnite.
it's for Fortnite, and I'm guessing Splatoon 17 and
Ooh.
in Call of Duty whenever that releases on the Switch too. Because if they can run Elden Ring on it, they can probably run Call of Duty on it.
Honestly, when they announced Madden today on it, and then an Elden Ring, I thought for sure Call of Duty. Like I thought they were gonna drop Warzone on it.
Yeah, I fully thought that Warzone was coming. The fact that it didn't was kind of wild to me.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it now. It says the Switch 2 console it says the same thickness, but has a much larger display. It says
Yeah.
7.9 inches at a 1080p resolution, 1080p resolution versus the 6.2 inch 720p screen on the old console, and it
Mm-hmm.
runs up to 120 frames per second,
Yep.
and it's an LCD display other than LED display,
Mm-hmm.
but it supports HDR. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's not worth it. I don't know. That's just me
I
going
mean
up
I mean,
from
it
that's
720
runs.
to 1080 doesn't sound like it's. I don't
that's
know.
a huge upgrade to me
I mean,
personally.
from what it was, that's
Because
huge.
the last one was only 30 FPS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's
Oh,
literally
yeah, if it's
double.
30 FPS going to 120 FPS, yeah, I get that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So basically, the games that we played on the Switch that we were like, God damn it, we're playing it because we want to play the game, but it's so goddamn ugly and it moves so goddamn slow. Now we can go back and play them again,
Yeah.
but
For
in
the
high
cost
resolution
of buying the
and
game.
with a frame rate that isn't ridiculous that we can't actually see what's happening some of the time. Like I played Tears of the Kingdom and I fucking love Tears of the Kingdom, but Jesus was it difficult to play. My God. My
Yeah.
God. In the Pokemon game, the whole time that I was looking at the Pokemon game trailer, I'm like, they have to bring this to Switch too because a Switch is not going to run this. You got buildings, you got Pokemon randomly generating, you got like random pop up battles, you got battle effects. I'm like, my Switch is going to explode. There's no way
They did
Well,
announce that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are getting a free upgrade for Switch 2, which is super nice.
because that shit was also hard to play.
Yeah,
how much?
I played
How many
through it. It
gigs is
was
a
rough.
game usually? Would you say on a
Not
on the
many.
Switch?
Depends.
Because it's saying here, it says it's going from the 32 gigabytes to a 256 gigabyte.
Yeah,
Which is more,
I
but
normally have all my games installed with. I don't have an external SD. Well, I do on my one Switch, but on my other Switch I don't. I probably have like 10 games on it.
yeah, I have an external SB for my Switch. I have like 30 games on it or something excessive because that's what I do.
Yeah, like our one in our living room, we have the external or whatever the SD on it. But I mean, the cool thing though with Switch is buying the hard drives for them are so cheap because you're just getting the micro SD cards. So it's
Well,
like
now they have the upgraded of SD
yeah,
cards that work for the Switch too. You can't use the old ones in them. So now these are going to be more expensive because these are the only ones that can work in the Switch too. So
but still that type of memory expansion just isn't expensive.
we'll see.
And I'm seeing here it says the spec sheet says this it's rated to have 2 to 6.5 hours of gameplay with the battery. It's
That's kind of bad, but
Yeah, that's what it's saying. It said it's not great in the battery department.
yeah, 2 to 6 hours is kind of crazy.
Mm. Yeah, 2 hours is crazy. It
Like
says you can
it
voice.
lasts less time than my phone, but I get why, I guess. But you're gonna have to bring your charger with you if you're going on a trip.
Oh yeah, I definitely would for sure.
Yeah.
And it says here, it says you can voice chat while playing using a built-in microphone, even when the console is docked. It's the first
Yeah.
time that a Nintendo system has had voice chat, and you can also share your game screen with friends as you play as well.
Listen, we need to talk about this because this is the thing that pissed me off the most about this whole thing.
He was not
They
very happy
they,
about it.
they made a huge introduction to game chat. This shit's been around since like
PS.
I mean, I was using Ventrilo on PC fucking 25 years ago.
Yeah, I
Like
was gonna say like that was a
why
minute ago.
why are we just getting this? And then they were like, you can do screen share, and the game was. I cannot believe that they showed that. They should have just said you can do screen share and not shown it.
Well, they also spent like 20 minutes on it, like 20, 25 minutes of it.
It was
Just showing people playing games together and
it
talking.
was
They're like, oh, hey, let's
disgusting.
go off road.
This shit was
Hey,
literally
diverse group of friends that would never actually hang out.
legitimately 5 frames per second at most.
You're like, hey, I'm a black guy and I'm an Indian woman. But we're friends.
It looked like someone bought
So
one of the
pass the
cheap.
ball, bro. Pass the ball, bro.
Someone
Best
bought.
part, bro. Oh, I want to tell you, so this is a little off subject, and I'm sorry, but I laughed so goddamn hard when they said, "Okay, now let's take a look at our first game," and it was the wheelchair basketball. Oh my god!
Wait, you can play wheelchair basketball like a video game version?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Rocket
they're
League.
making it's like cyber wheelchair basketball. That was like the first game after their spec presentation that they did. It's like, and here's a game that we've been developing specifically for the Switch 2. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a bomb of a game, like it's gonna be a Mario or something. It was fucking wheelchair basketball. I
Hey,
laughed
listen,
so hard.
listen. I have never been excited to grab a Nintendo before until now.
Now you
Now
want
that
to play
you said,
wheelchair
"Oh, I want to
basketball?
play wheelchair," but I'm definitely playing that. And I'm
You
talking mess too.
you degenerate. You're a degenerate.
I'm talking mess too the whole time.
I'm
And
like, who's this for? Well, I guess you've answered my question. It's for
oh,
kids.
that was for me. That was for me. I'm definitely playing
They
that.
definitely made some silly thing like that. Like I get it. There is a very select audience on that. People will play it, but
I'll play
like it's not that big of a thing.
I'm
And then
gonna play it.
and
I'll
then
play
and then the other thing is they showed the like demo game you can get, kind of like how there was Astrobot on PS5 for you to like test your hardware.
Yeah,
They made one for Switch, but it's a full price game.
it's a full price game. Yeah, which I found crazy.
Like why what you could test your hardware for $80. Also, that's the other thing. Why are
Yeah,
Switch 2 games $80?
yeah.
They were
Jeez.
they were at 60 still. They never even made it to the 70 point. They just skipped right over. They're like, ah, fuck it, we'll get ahead of them now. Make up for lost time.
Because the crazy thing is, like they're just now getting up to standard. Like they're just now matching the rest of their competitors, and they're charging more to meet the same criteria. Like,
Yeah, but they're meeting like PS4 and Xbox One right now.
right? Like they're just now catching up, and they're like, well, $80. Are you are you high? Are you stupid? What?
Listen, I have my Switch 2 and I have one game. You already know what that game's gonna be.
That I got my Switch 2 and I got this $30 wheelchair basketball.
So I'm all good.
So I'm number one in the I'm number one in the world in it.
It's only $30.
It's not a full price game.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, you messed up now. I'm definitely getting that.
So well, look forward to some bad guy some bad
Oh,
guy wheelchair basketball tournaments.
I'm streaming that every day. I'm
I'll
back
send
at
you
it,
I'll
guys.
send you the trailer after this.
Yeah, I definitely gotta see
It is literally cyber wheelchair basketball. It's the
that.
craziest thing I've ever seen.
The
Yeah,
only
I'm all
games
for it.
they have listed with the prices right now is Kirby for 80, Street Fighter 6 for 60, Donkey Kong 70, Brave Bravely Default is 40, Breath of
Why
the
are they so
Wild
all over the
70,
place?
and then Mario Kart's 80. Yeah, I don't understand that either. But
Yeah,
also
I don't get it. Why are
Breath
they
of
so
Wild
all over the
70
place?
bucks. It was $60 when it originally came out. Now they're just charging more. Like that's such a Nintendo thing to do.
I was
But
just about to read off the prices and games too. You beat me to
why
it.
is Donkey Kong, which is a new game, 70, but then Kirby Air Ride is 80?
This isn't
Unleash the
Kirby Air Ride.
power,
This one's
Kirby.
Forgotten Land.
The old game, the re-release?
Yeah,
Did they say how much the upgrade packs were?
they did not. But when I watched the IGN stream of it today, and they said they were guesstimating about $15 to $20.
20 is insane.
Yeah,
20 to play a game that I already have just at a better FPS is crazy.
and you know that they're for sure going to be charging because they said specifically that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were getting a free upgrade. So
Yeah.
that's how you know for sure that you're gonna have to buy the packs or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I figured that you'd have to buy it, but I thought like, oh, $10. That's not too crazy. You get a couple of
Yeah.
the games that you really want to upgrade. You get like $40. You get 4 games for that. That's not bad. But I forgot who I'm talking to. And you know what's also crazy? Sony doesn't charge for upgrades. It's a free PS5 upgrade or PS5 Pro upgrade for upgraded FPS, and that's a more expensive system.
So would you rather have um, a Nintendo Switch 2 or a Steam Deck? What do you think would be better for this?
Ew, no one should ever get a Steam Deck. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. I don't feel very strongly towards the Stream Deck, but so here's the thing, right? Right now, I don't see a huge reason to have a Nintendo Switch 2.
No, it doesn't sound. It doesn't. Besides that wheelchair basketball, other than that, nothing else about that makes me
Kenny,
want to get
stop being a troll. Shut the fuck up for a
it.
second.
I want to get it.
Um, um, but when I looked at the lineup and stuff, I'm like, there's 3 games that I want, but do I want to buy a whole system for 3 games?
So I need you to take your head off your head. I don't like you talking to me like this.
I just don't know, guys. Like when I really sit back and ponder, I just don't know.
I don't like it.
But yeah, I don't see a reason for 3. And my 3 are Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is an amazing name, and then Daemon X Machina. 4 games, okay. Daemon X Machina, and then the Duskborn, I think they're called
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Duskborn, the FromSoft game,
Yeah, Dust Bloods.
the Dustblood. Yeah, that. That's it for me. Like
Mine would
the rest of
be.
it, like I play Pokemon at low FPS before. I'll do it again.
See, I'd get it for Pokemon. I would potentially get the Duskblood. I'm not 100% sure if I'd do that or not. I'd probably have to see more of it.
You're weak.
I want to
Sorry.
get the Zelda game for sure. And then Mario Kart, I think, would be a pretty good one.
I would get Mario Kart specifically for friends, but I would
Yeah.
never play it on my if my friends are not there, I'm not playing it. So
Oh yeah, I'm not playing Mario Kart.
What
by
about
myself.
Hades 2? I'm looking at the list. What about Hades 2?
yeah, but that's
That game
also
came
coming
out
out
like
on
15 years ago, didn't it?
that's Hades. Hades 2, he said, you numpty.
Oh,
Um
garbage.
so Hades 2, that's also coming out on like Steam and PlayStation and Xbox, so that's not a Steam exclusive.
Okay.
I mean
Yeah.
Switch exclusive. And if I have an option to play it on something else, I'm going to play it on something else.
What is Drag X Drive? What is that?
That is the wheelchair game.
That's the
Oh,
wheelchair.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm looking at the games
He
list.
said,
He's a
and wish
wish
list.
list.
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah, I was add to wish list.
He's like, and go ahead and add that. I'm going to be taking that home.
So I got one more question about Mario Kart World. Like, what's the not to sound like it? That's not dumb. What is the difference between this compared to the
You
old
can
one?
go off road, bro.
Oh, that's the big thing. You can go for so it's like open world. Like okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah,
it's an open world
they
Yeah,
map.
have
I'm
open
just thought about it. I
world,
just said yeah, open world. Yep.
but they
So
do have.
basically, like you can do a race that takes you from one edge of the map to the other edge of the map, and you can do a knockout. So I think it's like 24 racers, which is like the most they've ever had. But you have certain milestones throughout the race that if you're in a certain place, or if you're not in a certain place, by the time you hit that milestone, it kicks you. So it's like a racing battle royale type thing.
Oh,
I thought it was 32 racers
It might fucking be. I don't know, Joe.
because it's a like it was an obnoxious amount.
It's a lot, but I feel like half of them are going to get cut by the first milestone.
Could you imagine having like your 120-inch TV and you got 32 people over with all your Joy Cons trying to play that?
No, that gives me anxiety.
yeah. Why? I would never want 32 people over my
Yeah.
house.
When I have like 5 people, I'm like, all right, you get the fuck out of my house.
I was gonna say, even when we do tournaments at my house, like I'm like, look, 2 at a time. We play it 2 at a time.
You sons of bitches, get out of my
The rest of
house.
y'all are doing commentary and talking mess. We're not doing 30 people at the same time. No. So was Nintendo Switch 2, was that the big thing about the Nintendo Direct, or was it like
Yeah,
were there any
yeah. It
big
was to
games
like
that really
it was to discuss the hardware mostly. I feel like, and then like what to
Like for a lot
expect
of
with it.
Yeah, like for a lot of people, the fact that FromSoft is doing a game on the Switch,
That's crazy.
that's wild to them, and a lot of people were very upset. They're like, I can't believe Miyazaki's going back on his fan base and making it exclusive so other people can't play. But the thing is, he's making it. He went to a different company because he made Bloodborne. They made Bloodborne for PlayStation, and PlayStation isn't doing anything with Bloodborne, but they wanted to make another Bloodborne, but PlayStation wouldn't let them make Bloodborne 2. So he went and made basically Bloodborne 2, but on a different system, is all that is.
That's gonna sell a lot of consoles.
Oh, yeah, it is. I was on I'm in a front software forum because I'm a piece of shit. And
Yeah, we know.
yeah, and I saw people like, oh, resisting the urge to buy an inferior console to play one game. So yeah, it's like, because if I get a Switch 2, it's only going to be for that, and that doesn't make any sense. But I might still do it. So
What about Metroid Beyond, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? Is that just a Switch 2 exclusive, or is that like
that's
all
on
the
the
way out?
Switch,
Yeah, they're all
but
on the
it's going to look
Switch.
terrible on the Switch. It's going to look terrible on the Switch. So here's the thing: all the games that they announced are going to be on the Switch, but they're going to look like dog shit.
They're trying to get us like how they did when they switched from PS2 to PS3 back in the day.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
yeah,
They're going to be like, it's like, oh hey, fuck. Yeah, you can still play it on the Switch. Just know that when you play it, we're making games for the Switch too, and we're downsizing them, so they're going to look absolutely ass. But you can play them on the Switch.
yeah, I don't like when they do that. Like, still show love to the people that's less fortunate. I
Oh,
would say,
show love to the poors.
yeah,
Is that what you want me to do? Show
because not
love
all of
to
us
the
are
people with
getting
no money?
because not all of us are getting that system immediately. Sometimes you just can't find it. Sometimes it just is what it is. They get bought up too quickly. You're like, I really want to get that game, but I can't get that system
I don't know.
Well,
Like my thing with it too is like
guess you should become a scalper.
yet.
I don't know if I should like because I do want to get the Switch too, but I don't know if it's worth keeping my normal Switches at this point if they're gonna be doing that. Like
Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I'll trade my Switch in. But then what they were saying was like, you can do a transfer thing from your old Switch to your new Switch. And I'm like, well, if I'm doing that, I can't sell my Switch because I got to get my data from my other games onto the Switch too.
yeah,
So
yeah, because I have an
kind of
OLED
puts me
and
in
I
a
have
bad
an
spot there.
original, so I mean I could pretty much they dropped like what the trade-in prices would be to go towards the Switch 2 today, and I
Yeah,
would
it's
have
like
like
175 for a OLED.
Would it
yeah
not be in the cloud though? Do they not have a cloud?
No, hell no. Switch.
no Kenny they announced
I'm sorry.
they
I'm used to
Kenny
these things happening.
hold up they announced game chat today.
You're right. You're right.
You
My
think
fault. My
you
fault. You're
think they
right.
got the cloud?
My
You
fault.
know you
I'm
know what
just
I'll say.
look.
You know what I'll say? Released a camera. You could
A
have
camera, an
a
actual like
webcam.
stand up
Yeah,
webcam.
a little, and it's big.
Big as shit. It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's
It's going to
obnoxious.
take up space.
Yeah, the thing literally looks like it's probably like this tall.
They need to bring back the remember the old school light you could play with like back in the day with the Game Boy. They just be just be hanging over your system. They need to bring that back.
Oh, another big announcement that they brought back was the virtual consoles for the GameCube.
Oh yeah, that was pretty big.
The
Yeah, that
virtual consoles for the
I'm
GameCube. Okay.
So
definitely
if you
getting.
have a Switch 2, I think it's only Switch 2 for that. But if you have a Switch 2 and you get the Nintendo Network
Oh
subscription or
no.
whatever,
You can play your GameCube games.
you can play GameCube games. Yeah.
So is it like can you put your own disc in, or is it something where you
No,
have to be like, okay,
No,
we got our own catalog, you got to buy
yeah,
that.
you got to stream it.
no,
Yeah.
you don't buy it. It just comes
Ew,
with
not
it.
the stream. I hate when they do that.
Yeah, you
Ugh.
got to stream it. I
You
mean, you
don't.
download the game technically.
Yeah,
No, but if it's like you have to stream it every time you want to play it, it's not just okay. I download it, it's on my system, and we good. Like how they do the PS3 games, where you have to like have that
hey,
what
get
you
better
call it.
internet.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't want to do that every time I want to play the game. Sometimes I just want to play the game, with no Wi-Fi, no internet, because it's
But
bad.
sometimes I just want to play the game raw.
Yeah, just just play the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to raw dog my games. Going in with all this protection and setup. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I don't want that.
I just want to pull my dick out and go.
Hey, exactly. Just hop right in. That's why I get mad with some games. You gotta, oh, you gotta unlock it. No, just let me. I paid for the extras. Give me everything.
He said, he
That's
said,
I
no.
have to get
Yeah.
it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Okay, I'm
not gonna
looking to see
lie,
if there's
I
anything
stream
else that's really
majority of
announced.
games.
Hmm?
So I'm not gonna lie, I stream majority of games.
Ew.
It depends. It depends.
Like doing the
I
cloud
don't
play.
think I stream anything if I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't want to have to stream the game. I
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, bitch.
The only games that I like for sure download are usually like an online game.
Yeah, that's different. But like, if it's a game like, oh, I want to go back and play, I don't know, like Hitman. But the PS3, like back when it was on PS3, I guess. Like, let's just say it's a PS3 only game. If I want to go back and play that certain game, I can't. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to do it because it don't work. I don't know, like it's just weird. It crashes a lot, and my Wi-Fi is pretty good, but it still crashes and everything. I don't like it. Especially if I go back and play
You
certain
gotta turn
PS3
on that
games.
IPv6, dog.
The what?
So you
Yeah.
gotta turn on your IPv6.
I don't know what that means. But I try to go back and play Saints Row
That's
2,
why
and
you got
that's what I'm
issues.
dealing with.
Trying to play Saints Row 2.
Yeah, and I was
That's
like,
the
it ain't
same
working.
thing.
What a game. What a
Yeah,
fucking
I try
game.
to go back and play that one,
That's where I found
Mortal
out what a rim
Kombat
job was.
9, and what was that game? You remember the game Wet?
Ew.
You don't remember that game Wet? It had Eliza Dushku in it.
Had who?
Eliza Dushku.
Who?
I'm trying to think what y'all know her from. Bring It On, like the real edgy chick.
Oh, I do remember this game. Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, game's fire. That game was fire. I
This
try to go
way,
back and play that game.
Sean.
Huh? Ah, okay.
Yeah, see, not yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah. That's
That
one of the
game did
ones.
not do well.
Oh, I didn't know that. That game was fun though. I was like, this game is fun.
Yeah,
It's
that
on there.
game did not do well at all.
Well, that's one of the ones that I like that they don't like. Yeah, I mess with that
You
game.
want to know
No.
how? Want to know how we knew it was bad? Because IGN gave it a 7.4.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
And
They
no,
write every now and then.
anything above a 5, they're
They're
lying.
really not.
Was it? They write every now and then. The broken clock's right twice a day.
Niggas
Okay.
suck.
And was there anything else from Nintendo Direct that they talked about? I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't really see much.
Yeah. There's one more thing I want to mention here. How in the fuck did they manage to have this whole Nintendo Direct set up and their whole live stream got fucked up at the end?
Yeah.
I did hear about that. Didn't it like go backwards, something like
It
that?
was
Yeah,
going.
it played backwards.
But the audio was going forward, and then they never showed the footage of what was missed.
Yeah.
It,
And in order to try to fix it, they did a switch. They did a switch to direct recap, and they put everything into like a 5-minute video.
So they just randomly were like Cyberpunk. Like you could hear them talking about Cyberpunk.
And I'm like, Cyberpunk on the Switch 2. That sounds like a terrible idea.
It couldn't even run on a PS5. So like,
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that
PS4.
sounds
That's
awful.
probably where it's gonna work. It's there.
Like you guys are fucking shooting for the moon here, and I don't know if you gonna burn up like Icarus.
What is Shadow Labyrinth?
Uh,
That's
oh,
a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
did you guys watch the what was that move? What was that show on Amazon Prime that had all the games on it? The Secret Levels.
Yep.
There was the Pac-Man one, and people were like, "Man, that one's really weird."
Yep.
That's
So
what
Shadow Labyrinth is that. It was that whole thing was basically advertising for that new game.
It's gritty Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ew, I'm looking at the trailer now. This is disgusting.
Yeah, it does not. I don't know what they were thinking doing that.
Yeah, it doesn't kindle joy.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And
So
these days, I only do games that kindle joy.
So were there any good things? I was a lot of things. There's a lot of bad we were talking about. Were there any good things about this Nintendo Direct?
Like the Donkey Kong game looks fucking sweet. A lot of the games that they showed, if you're into them, they look great. Like so, like I know a lot of people were really excited for Kirby Air Ride. I couldn't give a shit. The
I don't know how
fact
people like Kirby games. I can't do it.
I like Kirby, I like the regular Kirby games. I don't like Kirby Air Ride. But the thing that I thought was funny that Kaon, he's like Kaon's hyper emotional about the things that he cares about, and then doesn't show any emotion for anything else, right? So they showed the Kirby trailer, and at the end they showed Sakurai is directing it. So Sakurai is the guy who directs Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And one of the big reveal leaks that they had was for Smash Bros. For the Switch 2. So Sakurai directing that Kirby Air Ride game means that there is no Smash Bros. Anytime soon for the Switch 2.
which is
And,
crazy.
and the fact that they announced a Sakurai game for the Switch 2 like announcement and it wasn't Smash is insane. It's
I thought
insane. And then
I figured that'd be one of them games to
Kaon's
me
just like,
too.
oh, I see a bootleg air ride. Brr. I'm like, okay, you're obviously not seeing the vision. It's okay. If your glasses are thick, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that, like I would figure like Smash Bros would be like one of the main things they would try to put out for Switch
Games that
2.
you have to announce with any Nintendo: a Legend of Zelda, a
Pokemon,
Mario, a Smash Brothers, some type of racing game,
Pokemon.
some type of party game, and Pokemon. Those are the games that you have to announce. And every time that they've done it, because they do it every fucking time, their system is the best selling system for X amount of time. Because people have to get their hands on those games. I don't see any games that I have to get my hands on. Like I can play Donkey Kong next year. I can play, you know, I can wait until the Switch 2s are like on a bidding website and I can get it for $25, you know?
I need to
So
look. I need to find these bidding websites you're talking about because I look. I got 25.
I'll,
I can do 25.
I think that
I'll send it to you. I just got a pressure cooker for $20 and it was 160 market.
I think the big thing with
Wow.
Nintendo though, like
You're welcome in
normally
advance.
we are used to seeing them making huge jumps in their
Yeah,
consoles compared
uh-huh.
to like the only time that they're like this is gonna remind me of Wii U honestly because that was the only other time that they've done like the little shitty upgrade to like oh let's add this tablet thing in there for no reason, but
And,
like the if you think about it, like an N64 to a Game Boy Color, totally different things. Then you get like Game Boy Advance, which was completely different as well. Like that was a huge upgrade. Game
yeah,
Boy SP was like slightly better than an
slightly,
Advance,
a little
but
bit.
then you got like the Wii when that came out, that was like revolutionary. And
Yeah,
then you have the Switch come out, that's revolutionary. But
yeah,
like this is just it's literally like a PS4 to a PS5.
yeah.
But I feel like wasn't that the same way with the Nintendo DS? I feel like that wasn't anything big though.
No,
No,
Nintendo DS was
it's
huge.
more like a Nintendo DS to a Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that
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 that,
one
that would
didn't
be
make
a
sense.
closer comparison.
Yeah. But a Nintendo DS from like a Game Boy SP was huge.
Yeah,
Okay. It didn't
like
feel
the
that. I don't know. Then again, I don't know.
and then they did like the Nintendo XL, where it was like just a big ass one. Which is,
Not the
Yeah, that was
XL.
the 2DS was so gross. The one that didn't fold. Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, the one that was like a brick. And they always do the cheaper version, right? So they're gonna do a Switch 2, and then they're gonna do a Switch 2 Lite,
It was too light. Yeah.
and then they're gonna do a Pro version of the Switch 2, like a
It's gonna
Switch
have
2
a
OLED or a
30-minute
Switch 2
life.
HD, Switch 2 Pro.
I'm
It
honestly
always
s-
happens. The
I'm
shits are like
honestly
iPhones,
you know what it is? I'm putting it on there now. It's gonna be a cartridgeless Switch.
like all digital.
All digital.
It is gonna be slimmer and cheaper.
Yep.
Yep, I can see it.
For
Three
the
seven
light one.
379.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the light version.
That's my price tag for it. 379.99.
379. I say 350, the same as the OLED.
359. 359.99. You got to put the random 9 in there.
359.99.
359. But was there anything else you guys want to talk about on the Nintendo Direct that we got?
No, fuck everything
Basically,
else
like I
about
think
Pokemon.
Nintendo's in a down period. Um,
Yeah.
I think they are not. They're usually like a big juggernaut. They usually have like a lot of games coming down the pike that like are super exciting. Maybe I'm just not into a whole bunch of them because I've seen a whole bunch of streamers who are basically man children. They're just giant babies, and they're like, oh my god, we get a Mario Kart world. We can drive across the whole thing. Oh my god, there's Peach and Baby Peach and Napster and Metal. Oh my god, like those fucking
You
those.
sound like Carl.
Jimmy's mom.
Oh, that was talking about that one. I was talking about the llamas.
I know,
Yeah, that's
but you said Carl, so I had to do Weezer. Um, but yeah, and I think that is who it is targeted to. I I have accepted that I am no longer the target audience for Nintendo. I would probably play like one or two of their games a year, usually an RPG or like an RPG or a Pokemon game or a like Mario Odyssey type game is what I'm going to play from Nintendo. Everything else, dude, or if they come out with Legend of Zelda, that's for me. But like a big Legend of Zelda that isn't like Legend of Zelda the Three Princes, and it's a game, but you have to play as three people at once. And ooh, I'm a Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker type of Legend of Zelda person. But I'm just not who the rest of these goofy ass little games are for. And
that's what I feel
that's
like. I'm like, it feels like they're marketed towards children, and I mean like children, like
yeah, like
5.
kids.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. That's probably why I can't get a Nintendo like that. Cause I'm like, these games don't like. I'm like, oh, I don't care about these. I don't.
Yeah.
I will always buy it for Pokemon. That'll
I get Pokemon makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I was like, yeah, for Pokemon, but then again, I'm like, there's Pokemon you can play it on the Switch. So I don't know if I want to spend $500 just to play Pokemon. And we still don't have a release date for Pokemon, right?
yeah, it's just fall.
So, and also it comes out like fairly soon, which I thought was crazy. It comes out in June.
That
Which
is
one?
crazy. Yeah,
The
June
Switch?
5th. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it comes out like June
June 5th.
5th.
It's
It's
June
kind
5th.
of wild that it comes out that soon.
There's one other thing I need to complain about with the Switch too before I forget. The
Yes, sir.
box art for the games looks horrible.
Not
Like
great.
like these cases look disgusting.
Yeah, they just made them red, like all red. Like they put more red on them.
But
And
they
then the
they
and then the
made Switch
cartridges
2
are red.
they made Switch 2 so big on the case though. Like why is the picture of the game so small?
I just because they really want you to know that it's for Switch. I don't know, Joe.
Me neither. Me
I
neither.
I I agree with you in your plights.
Thank you for
I
that.
I so Leia, I mean it was I can see from another person's perspective how it would have been a really good show because they did have a little bit of everything. You can play Cyberpunk on the Switch too. Why the fuck would you? You can play Elden Ring on the Switch too. Why the fuck would you? You know? But
Hey,
they got
It's
me.
for the
They had me
Nintendo.
like three times, like three or four times.
we should get a GoFundMe going to get Kay on a Switch 2 with Elden Ring and see how long it lasts. Like the console.
Yeah, he would fucking destroy it because he cannot hold anything precious and delicate in his hand.
What's
But
the movie when he was holding the?
Green Mile.
Yep, yep, that's the
And
one.
he knew already. He didn't even have to say it.
I guess because you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't it
Heathen
like a
black
cat
man.
or something, and he
Yeah,
killed it because he was petting it too hard.
that's immediately what I was thinking of. I was like, "Yep, that's the one."
He like, I love kitty cats.
I didn't mean to do it, boss.
I didn't mean to do it, boss. You know I'd never hurt nobody, no how.
I'm so sorry. He's in a
please
robot
don't,
with his
please
crushed
don't
squid
get the
butt.
belt.
All color flies coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, He's like, it turns out he was an angel. What? Huh?
Hey, it's Stephen King, man.
Like, how did
He
and
is
he was
crazy.
in prison?
It's Stephen King. It would be Stephen King wasn't supernatural for no reason.
Yeah, he has like 2 movies coming out soon.
I'm gonna watch him too.
The
They haven't
it's like
disappointed me lately, but
The Long Road, and something
it's like
else.
the Monkey Man or something like that. I forget. It's like Monkey something.
Monkey, yeah, Monkey See, Monkey Fuck, something.
My lord.
That's a crazy one.
Hey
All
man,
right, well,
Stephen King gets weird.
Not monkey fuck.
we're gonna end this with the review corner. So we're gonna tell you what we've been watching, playing, reading, whatever it is that that we recommend or not recommend, just stuff that we've encountered over the last week or two, and we just talk about that. I'm gonna give y'all as much time as y'all need to talk about those things. So I'm gonna start off with you, Joe.
All right, I'm gonna need 30 minutes for this one. No, I'm just kidding.
30 minutes. Yeah, damn.
The new Pokemon TCG Pocket set dropped, and I'm liking it so far because they added the shiny Pokemans in there. So I'm a big fan of the shiny Pokemans. I've been
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I'm
spending a lot
glad
of
you're in a
time
place where you
playing
can
that.
actually buy them.
I'm talking about the mobile game, sir.
I don't care.
um,
I said what I said.
but then also,
Thanks, Trump.
I played through a couple games. Oh, so MLB came out. I've been really hooked on that. They added in a couple new game modes that are pretty interesting. So I've been very hooked on that. Assassin's Creed Shadows, played through that and beat it. Fucking phenomenal. I think it's like the best Assassin's Creed open world game that they've made so far.
Okay, I was like, where you want to
No,
go with this?
yeah, no, not it's not touching the originals, but I think out of the open world ones, like Valhalla was my number one until this one. I
Mm.
really enjoyed this one.
Valhalla's the Viking one, right?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm trying to remember because I was playing them around the same time. I played Valhalla, Odyssey, and I think it's Origins.
Origins. Yeah,
Origin sucked. I hated that one. And
they
that was
all
the one.
fucking
That was the
suck.
one I was. You know what, Sean?
Is that
Sorry.
the is that the no? Is that the Egyptian one or is that
Yeah,
Odyssey?
Sean needs to be gone. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw what you did there.
The yeah, the Egyptian one, that was one I wanted to like that so bad because I'm like obsessed with Egyptian stuff, and that was
Same, and that oh
one that
my
I didn't
god, it
like.
made me so bad. But it was their first like open world one, so I get why
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't
it was your first
phenomenal.
one.
But shut up.
I said, all right, now God bless. Like Sean be doing, I had to turn that mess off.
All right
Um,
now.
and
Get
then
me.
and then I beat Prince of Persia exactly right before we started recording this. So,
Damn, you beat it? Crazy.
oh yeah, and
Isn't
I'm gonna beat my dick after this too. Uh,
Jesus
Every
Christ.
time. Every time.
no, but Prince of Persia, I didn't know going into it that it was a side scroller. So when I like first installed it, I was like, "Oh boy, what did I get myself into?" But it was super fucking good for
Yeah.
being a side scroller.
Yep.
So, um,
Heard nothing
yeah,
but good things about it.
I highly recommend it. I was very shocked at how good it was because it dropped in price so fast.
Because nobody fucking bought it. Because it was a
Yeah,
side scroller.
yeah. So I mean, it was really good though. The boss fights were really cool. Like I really liked the whole like all the mechanics of like traveling throughout the game and everything. So,
People are
but
like Kaon, they don't like change.
I'm about I'm about to say, but was it better than the original TMNT though that we played last week?
yeah, and it was longer too.
33 minutes is how long we played that.
Hey, but we didn't get the freak feet.
It was a freak the
We
foot,
freaked those foots.
freak the foots, and mangle the Mausers.
Sean was
We
freaking his
mangled the
foot from the
fuck out of
beginning
those
of this
mountains.
podcast.
Now, Sean,
Yeah.
give us your review.
Okay, so I have a dissenting opinion from Joe
Because he's wrong.
on the Assassin's Creed game. I also played it. It was I thought it was painfully mediocre.
Mm,
I and here's the thing though. I think that I am
stare you down.
not I think that I'm not the audience for that type of game. I
Damn
am
right.
I'm kind of over the whole go to a tower, stand on tower, look over, get a view of the land, then go do another mission. I'm kind of over that. The combat was weird to me. I didn't like how the combat felt. I think Yasuke was very out of place, not because he's black, but because he's like a 6'8", you know, tank in a goddamn Assassin's Creed game. Um,
That is wild. You think about
That
that.
that was my one complaint, was that the girl did parkour and she had a grappling hook,
yeah,
but then he had nothing to
he
climb.
can't climb shit. And in an Creed game where you can't climb,
Yeah,
that's
yes, that's the main thing.
Yeah,
kind of
you'd like
crazy.
you'd get to a wall that's like 3 foot tall, and you'd like have trouble getting over it. And like,
Yeah,
what's going on with this guy?
Like you got to
yeah.
jump down into like a bale of hay. like,
He
you got to
doesn't.
jump down to
He does.
something like
If you fast travel to like one of the points and you jump down, he hits the hay, and then he like falls out and goes, oh,
He goes, "Oh
and
God!"
it like explodes the hay everywhere too.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I can't do that anymore."
that.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It was cool. I don't think it's bad. Like I give it like an 8 or a 7. Like I think it was cool. But I've learned my lesson, and I know not to buy games like that, Far Cry, the Avatar game, Ubisoft. I'm just done with Ubisoft. I'm just cool. Like if it's not Prince of Persia, I'm straight. But if they make Prince of Persia like fucking Assassin's Creed, I'll also be good on that eventually.
And I will always
So
buy those games.
yeah, so it's not bad. It's just not for me. I'll say that. And then I have been enthralled, just fully wrapped up in playing a little game called The First Berserker of Kazan.
Oh, I heard about that. I heard about that. I never heard the first Berserker part. I just heard the Kazan thing.
Yeah, and my my God. My God. So I like Souls likes. We know this.
You
This
like
is the
being
hard
stressed.
it's the hardest one. It's
I must say you
absolutely
like being stressed.
yeah, it's absolutely the hardest one. I have never, and when I tell you never, even when I was beginning, like first starting off with them, I have never struggled this bad in a game. And I can't put it down because my pride is just like I will not let this game beat me. There was a boss I was stuck on for 3 days. 3 days. And I finally beat that bitch, what, 2 days ago? And then I got stuck on another one the day after. And I just beat him today. So it's like it's it's amazing. Nine out of 10. I love it. It's a great game. I recommend it to anybody who likes Souls likes, but if you love yourself at all, don't play this game. So
That just sounds awful. Just be like, man, I had a tough day. Let me
Right.
go home and just be stressed
Yeah.
on this
it's
game.
it's
I need to
something
point
about
something out here. I need
it's
to point
something
something
about
out here.
learning incrementally that I really, really like. I like figuring it out. Like I like knowing in my mind when they do this, I need to do this, and then 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 my opportunity comes, and I can get my attack off. Something about putting the puzzle together of how to beat a boss really clicks with me, and I think it's because it's not mindless. Like it's not just go to a point, look over, jump off roof, stab person in head, run into a like you have to think while you're playing. You have to plan, and I like that.
You'll like Prince of Persia then, because they're like every boss fight has its own mechanics like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier than a Souls game. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, yeah. I've
there
seen and heard that, and I was excited when I heard that.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's some bosses that I was stuck on, not super long, but like I died to them 5, 6, 7 times, whatever. But
yeah.
like it was cool, like okay, does this, you gotta dodge when you do that, or there's so many different mechanics in Prince of Persia that like it was really cool trying to figure out what one works best in that attack that the person's doing.
And that's why I like Souls games, because you have to do that for bosses. But yeah, I really like this game. I I don't have any games for April. Yeah, I do. I'm lying to you. I have two for April. I have Oh
Doesn't
my
Expedition
God.
33 come out?
Thank you, sir. That's what it
Okay.
is. Expedition 33. Absolutely. I that is that is my yum, 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 yum. That is my type of game right there. Love it. And then I might play it's like the game about the girl in the bayou, like she's in Louisiana,
South of Midnight.
south of midnight. I think I'm gonna try that too, just because I gotta support, you know.
I just installed that today.
He said, "That's what I'm talking about." The
Yeah.
blast.
I also just installed Adam Fall, but I want to finish off. So I got a
Oh
month.
God, Adam Fall. God, I gotta play Adam Fall too.
I got a month of Ubisoft Plus, and I'm a week
Ubisoft
into it
Plus.
right now, and I so it,
And you're just tearing through the games. You're
yeah,
just fucking
well. So here's my thing: like Assassin's Creed, everyone was ripping on it, so I was like, I don't want to pay $70 for it just in case it is garbage. So I
yeah.
bought a month of it, which is only $17, and I was like, you know what? I'll start off with Assassin's Creed, even if it takes me 2 months. That's only $34. So I got through Assassin's Creed, I got through Prince of Persia. And now I want to do Star Wars Outlaws, and then
I made K-On! Buy Prince of Persia.
That's the
Mhm.
thing that cracks me up. Y'all make each other buy certain games.
Yeah. If I don't want to play it, but he does, I make him buy it. And then I tell him I'll play it if he buys it. And then games
Oh,
like First
y'all
Berserker
game share.
Kazan, I buy for me because I know he'll never play it.
I just remember y'all game share.
Yeah, we game share. Uh-huh.
I forgot. Oh, Avatar. That was the other game. But I figured if I can, I'm trying so hard to beat all four of those games in 1 month, because then I'm only paying like $4 a game, and I'm not going to feel bad about it at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a good plan. I fully endorse what you're doing. Um, I realized I don't like Ubisoft games and I don't like their formula, so there was no reason for me to subscribe to them even just to try their games. And the game that I really want to play from them is free right now. So
You know what? Really, this was kind of crazy. So
grinds my gears.
Ubisoft, yeah, for real. So Ubisoft Plus, when you get that, it gives you the option to play on any system, and you can cloud save, which is
Yeah.
super cool because I play on my handheld a lot. I play on my Xbox a lot, my PC, my PS5. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So when I downloaded Assassin's Creed, I put it on my PC, I put it on my ROG, I put it on my Xbox. I tried so hard to get it on my PS5, only to find out that Ubisoft Plus does not support PS5, which is crazy. I
What
did
do you?
not know
What?
that.
It's on PS5 though.
Not Ubisoft Plus. They have Ubisoft Collection.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
But so you can play the classic catalog for Ubisoft, but if you want the actual like premium one that's $17 a month, that's not available on PS5, but it's on everything else.
That's pretty queer homosexual if you ask me. But
That was crazy. What a word. My lord.
yeah, it's pretty queer homosexual. I don't know. Feel like it's the
Hey,
liberals and the gays that made that happen.
Lizzie McGuire didn't die for us to have this.
She didn't die.
She didn't. No, you know what that commercial she did? Where she was
I
like, "What if I just said that was so Helen?"
I watched the Lizzie McGuire movie like within the past few days.
Think to me,
Why?
pal.
Why?
Think to me, pal.
Why?
This is what dreams are made of.
That's exactly why. So I put on, I don't even know why I put on like the sing along, like the Disney soundtrack, but we were like singing the songs, and then we
That's a
watched High
bop, by
School
the way.
Musical, the
It
Lizzie
is.
McGuire movie, Camp Rock. That's what it was. I kept singing the Camp Rock song.
Camp what?
Insane.
Camp Rock.
Oh, I heard, man, it shut off. Like your audio cut off, and I just, yeah, I was singing the Camp Cock song. I was like, what the what? The what?
There's a camp for that. There's a camp for that. So queer homosexuals again.
Goddamn queer, goddamn liberals spraying their gay agenda.
I'll never forget when I first got Disney Plus because I had it. I think I got it free for a year with 'cause I had Verizon at the time when they first
Ah.
dropped. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to watch Disney Plus. I'm gonna watch Smart House." I remember I really loved this movie when I was a kid. My lord, that movie was awful. That
Yeah.
movie was awful.
Yeah, so I've realized if you really really like something when you're a kid, you should probably just let it lie.
Y'all was hurting that one day. Y'all was trying to
Yeah.
watch.
Oh, Street Sharks was
Street
yeah,
Yeah,
that
Sharks
hurt me.
killed me and Sean. It killed us.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
knew it was gonna
god,
be
it hurt my
trash.
heart, dude. And I was like, this is fucking awful. What was I watching? Did I find entertainment in this? And you know what else? I went back and like today because Bella likes to hang out with me when I'm here at my mom's house. So she comes down and she just kind of chills while I'm doing stuff. So I put on Metabots because it was on. I was like, oh,
No,
maybe
don't tell me it's bad. No.
I was like, yeah, just let her. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my sweet baby Jesus. That show is terrible.
that makes me so sad because I was gonna try to rewatch that, but
I mean, hey Joe, we have different tastes in things, so maybe you'll watch it and you're like, oh, this is the goddamn bee's knees or whatever white people say.
The Disney Channel
Weasley.
movies, like they're comfort movies, but if you actually pay attention to them, they are all so bad.
Yeah, you should never pay attention to them.
Like the one that really cracks me up, but I also really enjoy is the 13th year, where the kid turns into a mermaid when he turns 13. You
Oh
know what
my
I'm talking
god.
about?
Yeah.
And then like Luck of the Irish, like those movies are just so ridiculous.
They're awful. Going back and watching, was it Double Teamed?
Oh, that
Oh
one.
god.
The basketball scene when she
She just
yeah.
and as a kid, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's doing it! She's doing it!" And then I went back and watched it. And I was an adult. And I said, "What is she doing?" And she
Yeah.
only had 5 seconds left in the clock. And she was, she was
Yeah,
going
see,
straight back.
that's the thing. You start looking at shit with a critical eye when you're older. And
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
no.
Mighty
Like one
Ducks.
of my favorite Disney movies at the time, and it used to scare the shit out of me, was Don't Look Under the Bed.
Oh, I
I
love
remember.
that
Yeah, I
one.
remember that.
And you know what? That is one that still holds up. That's actually still a good show.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch that. But like certain movies, like Mighty Ducks, like I said, Mighty Ducks 1 and 2. I
God.
love them as a kid, but I break
God.
those movies. Can you know me? I'll break a movie down, and I
Yeah.
go back and watch. I say that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't like this either.
You
And
know
then
what
I
I
didn't like that every time I would look at Disney and I would see Mighty Ducks, I thought it was the cartoon Mighty Ducks,
Don't do it.
and it was the stupid little kids playing hockey. Pissed me off.
The one that really made me mad, and I love this movie as a kid. I go
Street
back and watch it
Sharks.
now with $1 Million Cook-Off. Remember Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh yeah.
god.
They made it seem like he was just out
He
here
was
sucking meat.
making nonsense.
Like they made it seem like he was. You're cooking. You're doing what? I was like, bruh, he likes to cook. Leave him alone.
Yeah. So
It's
you're a
not that
boy and
serious.
you're cooking? What?
They made it seem
And
like
then
he was
he's
just
like,
like
"Oh, here are
mistreating
my
everybody. It was just like,
popcorn shrimp." And it's actual shrimp like in popcorn.
yeah, that was gross.
And they're like, "Oh, this is delicious. This is so innovative. So creative. Nom, 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 nom. Oh my god." I'm like,
We
what?
gotta
I imagine eating
go
that. My
back to the
stomach would be in shambles.
we got to go back to the Mighty Ducks really quick because there's a scene in there that makes me crack up every single time I see it. It's when Banks is on a breakaway and it cuts to the bench and Banks is sitting on the bench cheering.
Yeah.
It zooms in on him and he's like, "Yeah," but he's the one out on the ice that has the puck, and it's like, what is going on? What do you mean?
There were a lot of
Yeah,
shit they
the
messed up
the
on.
if you go back and look at a lot of, like, if you watch, a movie that I love, and even if it's bad, I'll still say that I love it. I don't care. How not how high, Sky High.
Yes, I love that movie.
I
I
don't
love it.
care, but it's terrible. It's bad.
Sidekick.
Sorry.
Side. Okay,
Yeah, Royal Pain. That was my movie, man. That was my movie.
That was a great movie.
but if you just sit back and watch it,
Oh, it's bad.
it's real bad.
It is bad.
It's
Halloween
real
Town was
bad.
probably my favorite one, and that one's really bad.
I
Which
can't. I don't
one?
know how people do
Halloween Town.
Halloween Town and Hocus
Halloween
Pocus.
Town. Yeah.
I saw those late in life though. Everybody was talking about like, bro, this is the best Halloween movies ever. And I watched it like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I said these movies are awful. Like, why do y'all like
It's
this?
nostalgia.
Yeah. I'm
at
like,
this
man.
point.
What was it? Who was
But then
the
I
evil guy
realized
in
me
that?
and
What was his name? Like Kevlar or something?
It is something like that.
It's
who?
like Kevlar's Revenge. The evil wizard in Halloween Town. The whole second movie is about him coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I will never put myself through that again. I
But,
won't. I
but
promise.
another Disney movie that is terrible is Xenon. Do you remember
Yes,
Xenon's
Xenon the
Xenon,
sequel.
Xenon the sequel? I
Zoom,
hate
zoom, zoom.
it.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Oh my god.
That's all I remember for that movie. Zoom, zoom,
Bro, do you
zoom.
remember in Camp Rock when Demi went up and she was doing her little thing and it was ass, like her little dance shake thing, and they
Oh
were
yeah.
like, "Wow, oh my god, yeah, dude, you got it, dude." And it was like the most ass, terrible little dance routine
It was
song
average.
thing I've ever seen.
So it's Calabar.
Calabar's Revenge.
Yeah.
What did I say, Kevlar? Wasn't too
Kevlar, you were
Hey,
close.
wasn't
You were
too
close.
far off.
the same. Hey,
I'll take
so
it.
the movie
Wins
that I
win.
watched most recently though, there was a decom because I'll throw on decoms just to fall asleep to them. Brink.
Yeah,
Brink. Yeah, I
yeah.
remember Brink.
That movie. Why do we have gangs of rollerbladers? That's not a thing. That was never a thing.
Listen, we have a movie where a guy has a full ride scholarship to a top university for sports, and he decides he wants to jump rope.
Bruh.
Mm.
The
That
movies that they had on Disney were genuinely
you're talking about
ridiculous.
are you talking about the boxing one or High School Musical?
No, Jump In is what I'm
Because
forgetting.
Jump
that's
in.
the same story pretty much.
Yeah. He's like he's
Instead
like
of jump rope, he wanted to sing.
he's like, Dad, I know I got a full academic scholarship to one of the top universities in the world, but I want to jump rope.
And it's just like,
He's like, son, please just go to college. He's like, no, Dad, that's your dream. I want to jump
I want
rope.
to jump rope.
I want to double dutch with my friends. It's
Hey,
like,
he was killing
son,
it though. He dropped down and busted over. He dropped down to that split. He jumped in the air to the split.
I'm gonna have to figure out which one I'm
It
gonna
was the
watch
fact
then.
they slow mode it in the montage too. He was like,
they gave me push it to the limit, so I'll forgive them.
that was in that movie.
Yep, you gotta
He said,
push
he
it
said
to
we're
the
black.
limit.
He said we're black and we're white.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, we're whack. We're whack.
Oh my
Who
god.
wrote this? Who wrote this? This is awful.
Yeah.
We're whack.
And I used to be ready and willing to go to those the Step Up movies.
Yeah,
Those were terrible too.
yeah. Step Up was pretty bad.
They'd have a barely coordinated white girl just all of a sudden be able to compete with these world class dancers.
It didn't make sense ever.
It never made sense. It never
They're
made
always
sense.
like, "Oh yeah, I do ballet. Let me get this breakdancing
Yeah,
competition."
it's like, well, ballet is just breakdancing, but controlled. You just gotta let yourself free. And then the girl goes to a ballet recital and break dances, and somehow she still wins. Like, what? You didn't do ballet. You stupid bitch. Get off the stage.
It's like, what was that?
Yeah, people are doing like pirouettes and stuff, and
Like you
she's
didn't
like,
do your
oh,
tiptoes not one
oh,
time.
oh, 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 shit, oh, shit, oh. Just
Like what was that? What was that?
best dancer of all time, my guy Moose.
Oh my goodness.
My guy
Not
Moose
Moose.
from the Step Up movies. That nigga was cold. I don't care.
I'll argue about Chris Brown beating him every time. That man was
I
so
don't-
good they shot him. He was so good they shot him. Listen, you can't be
that-
the rest of the movie. You
that's
gotta
also crazy. Like Chris Brown danced on them niggas so hard that they decided he had to die.
no, it makes me so mad because like
They
they
decided he
said
had to go.
they said they hustled us. How do you hustle in a breakdance competition?
Like
Like,
they
how do you
like
do
they
that?
did an opening dance number that wasn't great and then finished with a good one. Like that just sounds like what you would do in a competition. You would do your best dance moves for last.
It was a fact, like that's why Chris Brown got shot. They said he hustled us. Like, how do you hustle in a breakdance competition?
And they're like, "Oh, well now he has to die because they're actually pretty good at dancing."
Like, what? How do you hustle like that? I don't
just
make any
like just like Stomp the Yard. Like I know that fraternity shit is actual like that's actually serious for a lot of niggas, but it's not that serious. Like it's not like I'm gonna steal your girl and I'm gonna fuck her in front of you because you're not Phi Alpha Chi.
No, walk it out. Walk it out.
Gamma who? One
One word.
word. Bitches. All
I'm
right.
like,
Let's get
yeah,
out of here.
we done got barely
We'll
off
keep
topic.
going. Let's get out of here. Take
All
us
right,
home,
guys.
Kitty.
You can you can see more of these shows on the T13 network. Letter T, number one, and spell out three, media.com. You get some merch too as well. T, number one, spell out three, media.com/store to get that merch. And
Get that merch.
we out of here. Anime post.
Hey, I'm Betty could say.
He said, what can I say?
Yeah, I'm